Hey, what's the first thing you do when you want to create content on AI? You think it doesn't sound like you. It doesn't usually. It just sounds like a machine or some other voice. But when you want to sound it like you've got to do something special. So what we do for us and for our clients is we create what's called a custom GPT. So a custom GPT is something in Chat GPT that you load all your content into. I've put speeches in there. I've put things that I've written in there, or even you can have someone interview you, right? And talk about different things. They can ask you questions and it starts to get your voice, right? You can have chat even ask you questions to get your voice of what you sound like. Then once you have that created, and there's some other things you need to do to build a custom GPT, but then every time you go in there, guess what? It now sounds like you. So my assistant was writing some emails for us and I said, gosh, these just don't really sound like me. And she goes, I didn't use your custom GPT. So then we ran it through my custom GPT and guess what? It sounded just like me. It had my voice. It had the words that I used. It sounded positive and energetic, which is the way I sound. And then it just made such a difference. So you're not having to retrain GPTs and chat every time, or AI every time you go in and you want to write something. So the best way to do this is create a custom GPT. We do this for our clients, we do it for us, and then it saves time. Think about it, you're not having to rewrite something. Matter of fact, there's even a trick where you can do it for the first time right in there with prompts that you're already using to save time. We've done this over and over again. And so think about it. You take the brain work out of it. Of course, you still have to edit. Remember, you're still going to have to edit those emails or whatever you're creating because it's not perfect. So then in another note, this is how we created a book over a weekend. We went in and we created an outline to a book using content that we already had. I took a speech that I had, another speech that I had, and some other content that Jen, my business partner, had, Jen Foster. And we uploaded it into Chat and also Claude, and then started creating a book. And as the chapters were rolling out, of course, we had to incorporate our own stories in there, but then we're like, that still doesn't sound like us. We would run it back through our custom GPTs, and guess what? Then it was sounding beautiful. It was sounding just like us. Again, it's just a first draft tool. We call it the 10-80-10 rule. When you're writing a book, I call it the 20-60-20 rule, meaning chat might do the first, you do the first 20% of work, right? And then AI will do the 60 or 80% of work, and then you have to do the last 20%. On social media posts and emails, it's 10-80-10, but when you're writing a book, it's really the 20-60-20 is what you need to do. I hope that helped, and if you need help creating a